Hi, everyone, and welcome to KIPP DC's Engaging on the Issue series, Reimagining Summer Enrichment. My name is Kristen Jackson, Director of Development, and excited to connect with all of you today. Our Engage on the Issue series is an opportunity for us to connect with supporters, and today the chance to highlight how KIPP DC is reimagining and enhancing the student experience. Before we hear from our speakers today, I just want to remind everyone that you're automatically muted and off video, and I highly encourage you to submit your questions or comments in the chat box. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to KIPP DC's Associate Director of Shared Services and Enrichment, Lynn Dang, to kick off today's conversation.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lynn Dang, and I am the current Associate Director of Shared Services and Enrichment, KIPP DC. I've been here for a little over a year and a half now. I am really excited to speak about our KIPP DC enrichment and summer camp programming from now and into the future. So here at KIPP DC, we look at KIPP DC as more than just a school. We are lifelong partners in the educational journeys of our students, alumni, and their families. At KIPP, sorry, Tom. Hi, Tom. At KIPP, we currently offer grades pre-K3 when they're teeny tiny and adorable, all through college and through their careers. Our goal at KIPP is to equip our students and their alumni with the knowledge and skills and confidence that they need to be successful in the world well after they finish KIPP. At KIPP, we offer strong academic programs that, of course, are priority in STEM and social studies and arts. But at the same time, we promote the whole child approach and follow the identity affirming approach where we provide social emotional learning to kids as well as mental health support. Also at KIPP, we want to make sure that our students have access to high quality extracurriculars, sports, the arts, and enrichment programs. So what is KIPP DC's vision for out of school time opportunities? We have a variety of offerings at KIPP DC. My main goal is to maintain relationships with reliable and affordable before and after care providers. At KIPP DC, we know a lot of our families have multiple jobs, have jobs at odd hours, and so it is important that we are able to provide before and after care to our students. In addition to that, during the school days, throughout the school year, my goal is to always collaborate with leading external enrichment providers. For instance, Mad Science coming on in at an early age, providing hands-on science experiments to our students. We recently started a partnership with Higher Achievement. They provide mentorship to our middle school students. Most recently, they brought the Mystics in to have a basketball clinic with our students. We want to bring in high quality programs such as this for our kids. We also maintain partnerships with the region and country's leading summer camp providers. Right now, we are partnering with the Nationals. If you're a Nats fan, congrats, opening day was yesterday. We partner with them to provide a baseball academy to our students. Head First, Teach for America, and Change Summer, which I will talk more in depth in the next few slides. So through our partnerships with over a dozen, close to 20 different external partners right now, we offer out of school experiences. So before care, after school, after hour programs from 3 to 6:30 even, that provides students academic, social, emotional, and creative needs. As you can see here, every grade band has a variety of programs that we offer. Something that I try to do is maintain long-term relationships for programs. For instance, our students have access to Pretty Brown Girl, a social emotional development group, and they follow that program into middle school and to high school so that they're able to maintain relationships. At the early childhood education, we want to treat our students to fun and exciting events while they're still very young. So we partner with Tiny Chefs where kids are learning how to bake and put together healthy meals for their snacks later on in the day and at home. So here is a slide that I'd like to show the diversity of the programs that we have. We do everything from high impact learning with catapult learning that provides math instruction, with the literacy lab that provides high dosage tutoring, reading with students at their grade level and helping them get to the next level. We work with Horton's Kids, Step Africa, where they can participate in stepping, and DC Jazz Festival, the Wash Ballet. Again, local well-known programs that provide a variety of activities for students beyond the academics. And so I am most excited to speak about our summer enrichment programming for this year. For the first time ever, KIPP DC will be partnering with Teach for America to provide a free 3-week camp program to our students. Teach for America core members will be coming into our schools and working with our students in grades PK3 all the way to 8, providing them with math and literacy instruction. And of course, it's summertime, we want the program to be fun. So the later half of the day from around 12 to 4:30, we will be providing our students with enrichment activities, whether it is a sports program, another cooking program, or an arts program. During this partnership, KIPP DC also provides our students with breakfast, lunch, and a snack, because that's essential to a fun camp program. And as I mentioned previously, we're a partner of the Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. We're reserving spots in their camp academy for our students across 4 different locations, so that we know that these programs are accessible to our students. Again, this is free of cost to our current students. In addition to that, we are continuing a partnership with Head First. Head First is a winter program where our students can go to access for free on behalf of KIPP DC too, so that they are able to participate in a variety of sports and activities, including swimming over the summer. I am excited to introduce our newest relationship. It is with Change Summer. It is an overnight camp program, and I'm going to hand that over so that they can speak more about it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Lynn. My name is Josh Phillips. I'm the CEO of Change Summer. It's great to be here today on this panel talking about amazing summer opportunities for KIPP DC students. Change Summer partners with high-performing school organizations like KIPP DC to provide high-quality overnight summer camp programs. And our primary goal is to improve the social emotional skills and develop the social emotional skills of KIPP DC students. And those skills are just so important for high school success, college success, and then career and just life success, especially in the times that we're in now and sort of the COVID pandemic, the challenges associated with the pandemic. So really focused on that. The Change Summer camps, we have several camps that run throughout the Northeast in partnership with several different school organizations. And thus far, our impact has been strong. We have shown that campers who come to our camps go back to school and improve their grades, their attendance increases, and our oldest campers, going back to 2016, are now in college, and they have matriculated to college at a rate that is 15% higher than a cohort of non-campers. So we're really excited to bring this to the KIPP DC community. Go to the next slide, Leah, thanks. So just a few different things about our work and the work that we do with KIPP DC to put on Camp KIPP DC. First, when you think of our camps and you think of Camp KIPP DC, what we're trying to do beyond just increasing the social emotional skills of campers, we really want our kids, our campers, to feel like they can be themselves during the summer, that they can take a deep breath, they can take their masks off, they can learn about themselves and their identity, and they can really be kids and have fun and be outside and enjoy themselves. A really critical component to learning and to education. Second thing is we house our camps on college and university campuses. So this summer with Camp KIPP DC, we're going to be at Bowie State University in Bowie, Maryland, which is our first HBCU partnership. And we purposefully partner with universities because we know that the large majority of KIPP DC students are going to matriculate to college. And so we want this to be an experience that kind of simulates that college experience, so that when they get to college, it's not the first time that they've been away from home. It's not the first time that they've been in a quad or in a dining hall. They start to feel like they belong on a college campus, which of course they certainly do. And then just the final thing I'll say is we're really about our 4 key pillars, social emotional pillars. So confidence, curiosity, independence, and responsibility. And there's a lot of research out there that would suggest that those 4 core social emotional pillars correlate with college matriculation and with college graduation. And so we're extraordinarily excited to partner with KIPP DC to bring this to as many KIPP DC students as possible. And for more details about the actual camp, I'm going to turn it over to the director of Camp KIPP DC, Jaquan Bryant.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks, Josh, for introducing me, rather. My name, again, is Jaquan Bryant. I'm the director for Camp KIPP DC. Prior to coming on as director of Camp KIPP DC, I proudly taught 3rd grade at Heights Academy in the city with KIPP DC. So this summer, we are creating a summer camp experience that for 2 weeks will give 500 campers the opportunity to experience what Sleepaway Camp is all about. And we're excited to be partnering with Bowie State University as our host site. If there's any Bulldogs on the call, you just go ahead and shout yourself out in the chat. So again, 500 3rd through 8th grade students from across the city with 250 campers per session. We are working hard to recruit a high quality team of adult staff that will be comprised mostly of KIPP DC teachers and alumni. We are also recruiting our junior counselors, which is a cohort of approximately 20 rising seniors who will further develop their sense of community and responsibility, while they also develop some key professional and personal skills as part of our team. And so we can move on to the next slide. And so while each day at camp is unique, there is also a flow, there is a rhythm to camp, and there is a routine of safety and fun. So a typical day at camp will look like waking up in the morning, having breakfast in the dining hall. We have our morning summit, which is the opportunity for the whole camp to get together. I like to think of it as our Harambe moment, where we can all pull together. We can all get focused on our essential theme for the day. And then we move on out into our activities, which do also include our discovery program, which is an intentional block that gives campers the opportunity to think deeply, work on building interpersonal and teamwork skills, as well as have the opportunity to lead conversations about topics that are most impactful for them. After lunch, we have a little siesta moment. We're able to beat the hottest part of the day with a rest period where campers get the chance to read, write letters home, and socialize with each other. Our program revolves around these activity blocks that focus on adventure, where campers get to go outside, enjoy activities such as hiking or orienteering, athletics. Every camper gets the opportunity to swim and take their swim test, as well as engage in swim instruction. Our inter-arts programming revolves around activities such as theater, pottery, photography, and then our STEM program focusing on activities such as rocketry or astrology. I do this every time, not astrology, astronomy. Then we move into our afternoon, where we have group activities and electives. And the great thing about electives is that campers get the opportunity to pick an activity that they want to dive deeper into in a smaller group. And so they really get the chance to potentially find an activity that they will love for the rest of their lives. And again, all of this is steeped and rooted in our goal to increase campers' sense of curiosity, independence, responsibility, and confidence. After we finish our activities for the day, we head to dinner. And then we have another big all camp moment to close out our evening. And we end with the camp song, to be determined. So if you have any suggestions, drop those in the chat as well. And so with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Kristen for Q&A.
Thanks, Jaquan. One question I have for our Camp KIPP DC team, I would love for you to highlight, how are you guys thinking around student enrollment? How are you advertising this opportunity with our families? If you can talk through that, I think that would be great for our audience to hear.
Sure, and our network partners have been extremely helpful in making this happen. And so we've been doing mass communication with our families through emails, through text messages, through direct interaction. We've received nominations from our partners at each KIPP DC school. Myself and my team of family liaisons are reaching out directly to those families, and we're having conversations about how awesome an experience camp would be for their campers, or for their potential campers, for their students. And the reception has been very positive, overwhelmingly positive from families so far.
Great. And then also just another question that came through is, what is the financial commitment from families for a student to attend and participate at Camp KIPP DC?
So the financial families contribute $150 per camper to participate in camp. One of the things that we do name is that finances should not represent an insurmountable barrier for our families. And so for our families who are not able to pay the $150 fee, we work very closely with them and very closely with our partners to make sure that every KIPP DC student who wants to come to camp gets to come to camp.
Great, thank you. And I just want to highlight too that as we are implementing this new investment, just super also just grateful for the Merit Foundation for their financial contribution to provide some need-based aid for families this summer, as well as we launch this incredible new initiative for our students. Lynn, I want to ask you a question from one of our supporters as well. You highlighted just a diverse range of enrichment programs that we are offering our KIPP DC students. And so would just love to hear from you as we look ahead to next school year. Are there additional programs or experiences that you are hoping to provide our students?
Sure, absolutely. That's an excellent question. Broadly speaking, my priority is to maintain current and existing partnership with our current partners. The goal is that we give the opportunity for our students to develop lasting relationship with their mentors. My dream is that our KIPP DC students can live and grow, and knowing that they have a solid network of mentors that they've developed over their time at KIPP, so that they can tap into when they pursue their personal and professional endeavors in the future. But specifically speaking, I love taking feedback from our school leaders and from our families. I've talked to our parent advisory board, and one thing that we're most interested in doing is bringing in foreign language programs and cultural immersion programs to KIPP DC. We want our students to be global citizens, want them to have access to new aspects of life outside of just the DMV area. And so I am really excited to find a partner who can come on in and provide Spanish instruction to our students, Mandarin or French instruction.
That's great. And another question for you, Lynn, is when will enrollment begin for Teach for America's summer camp? Or has that started? When is that closed? Do you mind sharing some information on that as well?
Yeah, sure. We are currently figuring out the logistics there. There are lots of conversations moving out once. I think our goal right now is to open up enrollment after spring break.
Got it. Great. And one final question that I love asking our participants is just, we have such an incredible audience here today. So I'd love to hear from each of you. How can attendees, help support, amplify, our enrichment work, and especially our new partnership with Change Summer?
Yeah, I'll take that, Kristen. Thanks. I think we have a wonderful partnership with KIPP DC, and Change Summer partners with, like I said, high performing school organizations up and down right now, the Northeast coast and Atlantic region, mid-Atlantic region. This is not an inexpensive endeavor for KIPP DC. It's a real investment. So while Change Summer goes out and raises a small amount of money to supplement what we need to do, it's really the agreement we have with KIPP DC and their financial investment and their just overarching investment that allows us to produce a really high quality program for kids that really deserve a high quality program. And so if you're interested in learning more about Change Summer and specifically Camp KIPP DC, I think anything you can do to help the KIPP DC team with that investment is probably a really, really important thing to do and just to think about. And I will just, I know Kristen will talk a little bit more about that, but I would just say that, people think about summer as additive, like where you go to school and then maybe you do something in the summer and that's additive to what you get during the school year in terms of education. I look at summer as incredibly critical and crucial. It's not something that like you get to do. It's something that you should be able to do if you want to do it. And if you just look at the research out there, it is incredibly telling the importance and the impact that summer can have on closing gaps, on closing opportunity gaps between students from very affluent backgrounds and those who are not from those backgrounds. And the final thing I'll say is, if you are a person of privilege, if you're fortunate enough to be a person of privilege, like myself, and you have a family, a son or a daughter, and typically you're going to do something for them during the summer. You're going to give them an opportunity during the summer, whether it's summer camp or travel or experiencing different museums or whatever it is. You're going to give them a variety of different things that they can do during the summer. It is our strong belief, and I know it is KIPP DC's strong belief, that students who go to KIPP DC should be afforded the same opportunities. Otherwise, we're kind of kidding ourselves if we think that the playing field is level. It's only truly level if we actually give the same opportunities to everybody. And that's what we're about at Change Summer, Camp KIPP DC, and I know the KIPP DC folks are the same way.
Thanks, Josh. Len, Jaquan, anything else you guys want to add?
In addition to everything Josh just said, a more tangible way, I don't know, maybe not more tangible, but high quality nurses and lifeguards are very difficult to find in these days. And so if you know a great nurse, if you are a great nurse, or if you know someone who is a lifeguard or interested in aquatics, send them my way. As a director, I'm always recruiting. So there's one way you could directly have a wonderful impact on the Camp KIPP DC program this summer.
And Kristen, I just wanted to echo what Josh mentioned towards the end of this conversation. At KIPP DC, we want to be able to remove the barriers really, and give all of our students access to camp. Traveling logistics is difficult, access, getting to different locations, the financial piece is always difficult too. So in my role at KIPP right now, I, of course, partner with Camp KIPP DC, so we offer this 2-week overnight camp. In addition to that, I'm partner with PFA so that we can bring them to our school so that our students can come to school, because we know they can come to school, they have camp. In addition to that, I have called probably every summer camp vendor in the DC area and asked for scholarships or discounted rates for our KIPP DC students. So if anyone here runs a summer camp and is interested in providing free opportunity for our students, please reach out to me as well.
Awesome. Thank you guys. And I'm happy to share that we will make sure that in our follow-up email that you all have contact information for Jaquan, Lynn, and Josh, so that if you would like to follow up, you can do so as well. So just to close us out, I just want to extend so much gratitude to our speakers today and just thanks all of our supporters for attending. On the screen in just a moment, you will see a few ways that you can stay connected, and just want to highlight that our next Engage on the Issue series is scheduled for Friday, May 20th, and I hope you'll be able to join us. This will be a conversation around our KIPP Forward team and how we are thinking of supporting career readiness opportunities for our alumni. And then lastly, we are super excited to celebrate and host KIPP Prom on Friday, April 22nd. This is our annual fundraiser, to support KIPP DC alumni. Tickets are still available, so I hope you can join us. So thank you again to everyone for attending, and I look forward to connecting with all of you soon.